So a few trends that I just wanted to highlight. So first, data-driven marketing. As customer interactions become more trackable and as more marketing channels get introduced into the mix, the potential information that you can gather from your customers is growing exponentially. And most marketers are collecting some form of data through customer contacts. But what's really important is what you do with that data. So smart marketers are actually shifting their budgets to make a bigger investment in data-driven marketing to a tune of about 227% increase this year. So maybe you're already doing this within your own company. The most common marketing areas influenced by data collection are email delivery, retargeting, display targeting, creative optimization, and site customization. Related to data collection and usage is the concept of preference management, which is simply asking customers what content they want to receive through which channel and at what frequency. Asking for this information is easy. The tough part is making sure that you then honor those preferences. At Genesis, we're hearing a lot of clients asking about creating or upgrading their preference center to capture this info in one centralized location. Now, it's important that you work across departments to create this preference center and can agree to business rules around the frequency of messaging. For example, you may not want a customer who subscribed to a couple different channels get the same message, overlapping on the same day. Or maybe you do. I mean, it's up to what your company wants, but it's important to establish those business rules. Beyond stated preferences, you can also use the data you're collecting to observe actual behavior, and you can optimize your communication strategy based on that. So maybe a customer responds more often to marketing messages via email, but they respond more often to appointment reminders via SMS. So you can incorporate all of that into your business rules as well. Now, all this is important to this third trend that I've got around focusing on creating the best customer experience. So I'm pleased to see a lot of the companies that we work with have a renewed focus on that, rather than simply just sending out whatever the business wants to send on their own schedule. So there's not really one single marketing channel that's a silver bullet that's going to accomplish all your goals, but companies, I think, are being a lot more cognizant about sending the right message to the right channel at the right time. Now, all of this requires marketing departments to break out of their silos and coordinate with other departments inside your organization. Now, finally, compliance. So compliance is a four-letter word, I'm sure, at a lot of companies. If it's not on your radar, it probably should be. One of the biggest trends that I've seen over the last 2 years is a changing regulatory environment and a higher number of lawsuits being filed. So in the mobile marketing world, which we play in, no longer do you just have to abide by the Mobile Marketing Association's best practices guide, where you might get your wrist slapped a little bit if you don't follow those. But now you have to actually follow federal law, like the TCPA, and I know that Congress is debating privacy laws and data capture related to smartphone apps today. And the punishment for noncompliance can be pretty severe. You can be dragged through the mud. There's huge financial implications. So it's not just an issue for your legal department. We're constantly advising our clients' marketing teams about SMS, voice, email compliance. So a couple things to consider. Just want to leave you with 5 things, and then we'll get started with our first speaker. So cross-channel, omni-channel, multi-channel. Whichever term you want to use, it's a reality today that customers are creating a relationship with your brand from all experiences, be it how they search for your products, buy your products, or get customer service. Are they online or offline? Are they at home? Are they at the shopping mall? All the different various sales and marketing methods contribute to this multi-channel world, and all are representations of your brand. One channel doesn't really weigh heavier than another. All of them need to be in sync with messaging, promotions, branding, and play nicely together to create that positive and seamless customer experience that we're all searching for. So connecting the dots. A customer sees your brand as a whole, and interactions between departments, be it marketing, sales, or customer care, can influence their experience, good or bad. We encourage the brands that we work with to work across departments to help kind of break down those silos and connect the dots to create that better customer experience. For example, are you educating your customer care team whenever your marketing programs are going out? So if a customer calls in asking about that they're educated and can say the right thing. Are you tracking a user's transaction state so they can pick up where they left off in the purchase process if they're going from tablet to website to phone, or maybe calling into your customer care department? So I'd encourage you to think about those opportunities where you can connect the dots. So getting feedback and acting on it. So it's easy to ask for feedback. The hard part is acting on it. The really hard part is acting on it immediately. So we'd encourage you to find a survey solution that allows you to close that loop immediately, either for positive or negative feedback. So we've got a client that's sending out SMS and mobile web surveys. They get immediate responses back, seeing really high response rates. They segment the responses. The positive ones get asked, do you want to opt in for more future marketing communications? The negative ones have the option to have customer care call them immediately and try to close that issue. And so they're seeing really good success with response rates and cure rates for those people that were previously unhappy. So many articles that I'm seeing talk about mobile marketing really kind of focus on smartphone applications or mobile advertising, and that's how they're defining mobile marketing. But I would define it as so much more. So smartphone apps, your potential reach is really only about 52% of the population right now. And then of that 52%, you have to get people to actually download it. So your potential reach is quite less. But by combining mobile channels like apps with mobile websites, with SMS, with QR codes, mobile email, mobile ads, mobile search, all of these can be brought together to have a much more effective mix. So I challenge you to become a champion within your organization for mobile, social, and digital optimization. Just make sure that your definition of mobile is expanded. And finally, I'd encourage you to view mobile, social, and digital optimization as a long-term investment. So CEOs may cringe hearing me say this, but not everything was going to have a direct line to commerce and sales. If you view these digital channels as critical touch points along this winding path to purchase, before, during, and after the sale, you can judge ROI on long-term customer engagement and loyalty, as opposed to, in addition to, just direct dollars. And you likely won't get everything perfect the first time. Plus, technology is changing so fast. You want to be sure you can be nimble to adapt those new technologies as they come out. But I will say it's important to nail the basics before you go after the kind of shiny new thing that pops up all the time. But as long as you're learning from results and continually optimizing your digital programs, you'll be set up for success.